Mark Gruber talked about last week. We went over different styles of releases and what works better for us, and different options of what you can try and go with. And this week I'm going to talk to you about when you do buy these different 3 style of releases, basically how you would set them up to shoot, to learn on them, and how to shoot them properly so that you're not getting basically cheated out of the release that you bought. The higher end release that you normally buy is going to be a smoother release. By smoother, I mean it's going to shoot cleaner off the string. You might not have any trigger travel, where you don't want any trigger travel in your index finger or thumb triggers, obviously. And then even your back tension ones, you're going to get a better ledge, you're going to get a better wall on them, where you're going to get an easier shoulder muscles to get them, so it'll come a lot more easily. And basically, if you're going to have a index finger starting off just like hunting, basically, you want to make sure first of all that you adjust the length of it so you have it in your second crease. You want to make sure it's in that second crease so that you can not be on the edge, you're not flickering, you're not going to be punching your trigger. You can have more control over your finger. The next one's going to be make sure that the trigger is not going to have any trigger travel. So if that means you have to set it harder or lighter, there's normally an adjustment screw on them. It's going to be a lot easier. The harder you can set it without trigger travel is what I'd recommend for especially starting, so you actually make yourself use your back muscles and you're not just squeezing it off. The lighter you have it, the more kind of scared people will get, or more jumpy they get, and they'll end up accidentally squeezing it. So you want to make sure that you're not ever thinking like you're scared to put your finger on the trigger. You want to be able to get your finger locked on there nice and solid, nice and firm, so that you don't have to have any guessing that, am I on it, am I not? And then once you get it locked, you can do like we were talking last week, nice even pull with your back muscles, get the shot off. Thumb trigger, it's kind of the exact same thing. First, adjust the height of your barrel. Get it, however deep in your finger that you're going to want it. Most people don't put it on the tip of your finger. You're going to be burying it in your actual hand so that you can lock it on again, and you can slowly pull with your back muscles just like before. Again, there's going to be a different trigger sensitivity where you can adjust how hard it is to get it to shoot. Same thing. Don't make it extremely hairy where you're scared to set your finger on it, because again, you're going to be way too jumpy, you're going to be nervous, you're in a tournament, you're not ready yet, you don't want to put your finger on it. Well, you don't want to have any question in your mind. You want to be able to put your finger on it confidently that it won't shoot until you start using your back muscles. Finally, when you're using your hinge release, basically what I recommend is when you rotate it, if you're using a clicker especially, or even when it's going to shoot, you want it to be nice and even on your hand. You don't want it to be right here, you don't want it to be way back on the rotation, you want it so that it's exactly flat. Once you have it where it's even, then when you pull with your back, you're going to have more of an even pull on it, and you're going to get it to shoot a lot more easily for you. So if you have any questions, again, stop on in. All the guys at the shop will definitely help you out, show you how they would set up your release, and show you, how to set it up correctly and how to shoot it correctly. Otherwise, check this back out on YouTube and go over, different ideas, or even just play with it. Try, setting it harder, setting it lighter. See what makes you get more consistent shot timing off. It's all about making the perfect clean shot that you can. So